In this video, I want to talk about how to deal with criticism when sharing things on the internet. And this is something that I've been seeing in myself over the last couple of months as I've been getting more comfortable being someone who is followed, if you like, at least by a small set of people on the internet, um, and share a lot of views or opinions and positions and things that are a little bit weird, particularly in the domain of Alexander technique. So what I find tends to happen is I will put something out there that is targeted at a particular audience, people who roughly know my ideas, and sometimes it will leave the little space that I'm aiming for. So someone will wander in almost or encounter me for the first time. Sometimes people who know me will interpret things a bit differently from how I mean, or will have a genuine issue or criticism of what I have to say, which is fine as well. And in all of these cases, I have to remind myself that I'm at this point in my online journey, I'm trying to figure out how to share what I have to share in a way that lands with people, that makes sense to people. And going even deeper than that, I'm trying to work out even what it is that I'm sharing with them. Because Alexander technique is a fairly hard to talk about thing. And in many cases, I feel like I'm doing the work for the first time in some sense, as I'm trying to move it away from this postural thing. So the stuff I'm putting out there is weird to many people. It is potentially quite triggering to some people because I'm calling out ways of being that they might be quite identified with, or even I'm just saying things that aren't very well phrased or are confusing or whatever. Like, there's a whole range of reasons why it might just be I'm making a mistake or I'm saying something badly. And whenever someone does criticize or get a bit sarcastic or just quite bluntly just say that was wrong, there's always the initial sense of wanting to be defensive, wanting to justify myself, wanting to say, no, that's not what I meant, or you've missed something, or something along those lines. Now, of course, there's sometimes when people come in and just they're mean and rude and aggressive, and that's something else. And there's a skill as well to knowing what is a well-intentioned, or even not well-intentioned, but not aggressive or bad, if you like, way of being. And those people who just come in and don't have a clue what's going on in this oasis, this space, what the norms are, and that kind of thing. If I don't know who they are, I've never seen them, I'm more likely to be a little bit kind of cautious. But anyway, when someone is being that way and I feel the tendency to get defensive, I'm getting much better now at checking myself and saying, hang on, the whole point of what I'm doing here is to get better at communicating these things and to figure out what these things really are. So it's very likely that something that this person is saying is at least partly true, or that it's true for them in how they've understood what I've said, which means that I should change my messaging. I have something to learn here. Maybe I've missed something important in what I'm saying. And this is an invitation for me to improve that. So rather than get defensive when someone says something critical of me, I should be taking notes and working through why is it that this didn't land for them? What can I change? What can I do differently? What have I missed? All of these things. And I think in general, this is actually a really useful skill to have. If not the reflex to always take notes when criticized, that's not what I mean, although that's actually probably still useful. That doesn't mean just do that. It means first, check to see what truth there is in what this person is saying, because there's probably something that you can be taken from this. Extract the value as best as possible, which might involve engaging, repositioning, clarifying, making new things, whatever. Or it might just be, okay, this kind of message attracts bad people, don't say it this way, or find defenses against that and then stop engaging. It doesn't mean be passive, doesn't mean be a pushover. It does mean look for where I can grow and learn from the situation and look to improve for next time. Because if I'm playing very long games and want to, let's say, disrupt a school of thought, if you like, which is kind of what I'm thinking about doing here, I need to be able to be in the arena and stay in the arena for a very long time. And that will happen not by running away at the first point of conflict, but by transmuting the conflict into something I can learn from and to be better prepared for next time. So that's all I wanted to say for this one. It's something I'm finding more and more useful as I'm getting a bigger audience, particularly on the internet, because I think in the next 6 months or so, I will pass 10,000 Twitter followers, and that's scary. But as I'm growing through the ranks of followers, if you like, I'm getting better at navigating those moments of, what's going on here? This is some conflict. Let's either not engage, re-engage, redefine something, rather than have this thing either put me off even being on the internet and losing the game by not playing it that way, or by having this conflict escalate into something that, quite frankly, isn't helpful or needed, or could have been avoided in favor of learning something by both parties or just me. So, okay, I'll leave it there. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.